Okay? I'm sure some of you have noticed some similarities here. You have to if you're a long-time fan and you've watched a movie like 200 times like me, but even that might be a low estimate. But anyway, okay, this is the spot where they lock off the second set of doors. The car comes down the hallway, comes across here, and it parks here. So, Steven is in the back hatchback, he gets out, Peter comes around, stands beside him. In the shot, I think it's in there in your program, you can see the marble pattern here on the wall. When you see Steven and Peter standing here, you can see the marble pattern. It might not be in there, I can only fit so many photos. But this is where they have their little talk, and I always have to have the dialogue written down. I'm terrible with dialogue. I remember all kinds of facts and figures, but I have to write it down. So Peter's standing here next to Steven, and he says, "We'll get him easy. We'll get it all locked up, and we're going on a hunt." And Steven's right here beside him. As I said down below, this is the clock tower court. The clock tower would have been dead center. You see many shots in the movie of the clock tower court with the zombies milling about downstairs. Again, this escalator was not here. They had stairs on the other side over there. You even see this exact view of the clock tower court in the credits, in the main part of the movie, and you see all the zombies all over the place down below. Repeatedly, this is where the JCPenney's was. And if you look along the floor over there, you can see where the old floor meets the new floor that was put in when they ripped all the JCPenney's out. So that's the line I don't want to cross. Don't make me do it. I don't like it. But as I was saying, the heroes come up after they've done their shopping, they've relaxed, they own the mall, they're wearing their fur coats. They come directly up the center here, and they actually had a camera scaffolding here, and they had the camera on the top of it so they could get that shot of them coming up. And then when you see them in close-up, in the documentary footage on Documented and Dead, they are stood back a bit so the cameras could get in front of them, and that is where they do the speech. So you would have Fran here, you would have Steven here, you have Peter, and I guess, where was Roger? And he was in the
wheelchair?
He's right there in the wagon.
Wheelbarrow.
From which end?
He's in between.
I am not recalling. Okay, he's in between Peter and Steven. So, I mean, I guess I'll go through the whole thing unless some people want to be part of it. I'll go through it. So Fran says, I'll be Fran, "They're still here. They know we're still in here." Steven says, "They're after us." Peter says, "They're after the place. They don't know why. They just remember that they want to be in here." Fran says, "What the hell are they?" Peter says, "They're us, that's all. There's no more room in hell." Steven says, "What?" Peter says, "Something my granddaddy used to tell us. You know Macumba? Voodoo? Granddad was a priest in Trinidad. He used to tell us when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth." Bikers love the one biker in the sombrero, played by Tony Grova. He's here appearing this weekend. He blows off the block, slides open the bay doors, and we all arrive on motorcycles in. Also of note, as they are leaving, when Peter is in the ceiling shooting at bikers, one head biker is riding in the motorcycle in the sidecar, comes out of this entrance, and you see him in the sights of Peter, and he shoots him, and he falls off the back of the motorcycle. Right over here, and that's where you see the view of the zombies all swarming in around him, and they tear him apart, Of course, you see a lot of shots in the movie of zombies outside glass doors. That would have been these glass doors right here. They're all trying to get into these doors. Notably, the one zombie that's in his swim trunks, he's rather heavy. He bumps his belly up to the glass and he's very You can see the rock wall and stuff behind him. Also, note, this is where they park the trucks when they block the second entrance. The first time they use a trunk to block entrances on the old main part of the mall, which I'll show you later. spot where they use the truck to block the doors. And what they would have done was, there's a road back here. We can't see it right now, but later on at the end of the tour, you'll be able to see it good when we come out right up here. That's where the bikers all come down. That's where the trucks come down. But in the shot, you'll see the trucks go diagonally across the parking lot and go that way. Then all of a sudden, they're around here, and they back up and put the two trucks right along here. A little bit of movie magic, as you can see, you know, I showed it to you out there. They're going directly across the parking lot towards the old JCPenney's. That doesn't lead to right here, but it's all of a sudden over here. So what they do is they pull one truck up here, block this entrance, and then they pull up a truck beside that one, right here. And then Roger gets out to get into Peter's truck. Of course, they leave, he forgot his bag. I forgot my bag! You know, and then they go back, and that's where Roger gets fit, in between the two trucks.
Wow.
Also during the biker raid, when they all come up over to the mall, you'll see a zombie get shot. And if you follow along your program, I have a lot of these points that I'm going to show you. And we're going to follow along like this. On the top, next row, next row, next row, and so on and so forth. So there's the trucks blocking the entrance. And this is the zombie I'm talking about. It's got this rock wall right here. I'll show you and demonstrate, you know, what happened. I do a lot of little demonstrations along the way. I do some of the dialogue. Try to make it as fun as I can, as informative as I can, and hopefully it's fun for you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So in your program, you can see these rocks and the blood splatters over these rocks. He's just standing here. It's shot like that. You see so many shots of the zombies coming into the mall, trying to get in at these doors. They're all falling at the glass, and I'll do a little reenactment here too. One of the zombies trying to get in.
Yes.
All right. In the movie, this is also the set of doors that they first lock after they steal the car. So what you see in the shot as the car comes down the hallway, you can see this brick wall along the side of them, and the car comes directly down the side, comes around here, and you see these doors, and then it parks here diagonally. Peter and Steven get out, lock the doors, set the alarm, which we're going to seal somewhere over here. And these are the first set of doors that they lock. In the movie, you'll remember when Tom Savini is running around. At one point, he's like stopped, and he's holding his seltzer bottle that he used to spray at the zombies. He's standing actually right here, and you can see the column in the shot, and he's also beside the stairs. Peter is up in the ceiling somewhere with these bullets that like must curve, because there's nowhere legitimately for him to be, but that's movie magic. You don't need to know that watching the movie. So Tom is standing here, the seltzer bottle's in his hand, and he shoots it, and he looks up, and then one of the bikers runs up, played by Nick Tallow. His name on the crew is Bamba. Runs up beside him, and they look up. He's actually here appearing this weekend if you want to give him an autograph. Then they run up the stairs, and they go after Peter upstairs. Another point of interest here. This is where the character of Sledge lands. When he takes the sort of rope with flags on it, he would have been up there. He swings down and he lands under here. And then that's where he starts fighting zombies. Interesting thing about that is during the filming, on the first take, he swung down, and he actually swung so fast and hard that he hit the ceiling underneath there. And luckily he wasn't hurt, but you know, they couldn't show that, you know, for whatever purposes, you know. So they did another take, and then it landed perfectly, and they shot that, and that's what you see in the movie. We get another view. If you want to come over here and look up, you'll see in your program, this is the spot where Tom Savini jumps over the balcony and you can see the skylights and the middle column in the shot. At the time of filming, right here where Bath and Body Works that was Foxmore, and next to it was Naturalizer Shoes at the time. Naturalizer Shoes is the only store in the mall that's in the exact same